that phone call pretty much changed, or I guess affected, the rest of my life. Hey everybody, it's Casey. I have a few updates, some about OTS, some about the AFOQT and stuff that's been going on in my life. So for starters, I took the AFOQT like 2 weeks ago and I actually got my results really quickly. A lot of people say that they don't get their results for like 2 to 3 weeks after, but I took my test on a Monday and I got my results on a Friday and I passed, yay! But for the AFOQT, a little information about that. There's 5 different sections that actually matter. I'm pretty sure there's 12 sections in total. But if you're not going rated, there's only 5 sections that really apply to you that actually matter for your score, which there's 3 verbal and then there's 2 math ones. And for your scores, you end up getting a pilot score, a navigator score, an academic score that's a combination of your verbal and your quantitative. And then you get your verbal and your quantitative score. Your verbal score has to be a 15 and your quantitative has to be a 10. The AFOQT is actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. It's not actually that it's harder, it's that you have no time to really do anything. So I'm the type of person that takes a while on each individual question, which kind of screwed with me. So, but when my recruiter told me my score, he told me that he had already looked at other people's scores, and he told me that only 2 out of the 9 people that I tested with passed, and I was one of them. So if that gives you kind of a perspective about it. But so that's kind of the AFOQT update that I have. So for OTS, it's very backed up. Even if you get selected, you have to wait another year or so before you even get a class date because they have so many people coming in and they don't have enough spots for everyone. So the Air Force canceled the last 2 boards that they had because they already had enough people. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I actually found out about this program that I'm so excited I found out about because it's an ROTC program, but it's only for 1 year. And it's the first year that they're doing it, so it's kind of like a trial. It's for undergraduates. I think it also is for people who are doing their masters. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm doing my undergrad right now, and I'm supposed to graduate in May 2018, and that's exactly the time frame that they were looking for the people. So it was perfect for me. It applied perfectly. The college that I go to, they don't offer ROTC at their campus, but they're a crosstown school, which means that you can do ROTC through another school at your school. I don't know if that makes sense, but the other school that offers the actual ROTC program, I called them. It took a while to get in contact with the lady, but I finally got in contact with her today, and it's official. I'm doing ROTC, so that phone call pretty much changed, or I guess affected, the rest of my life because I'm starting to do the process, I guess, for the Air Force. I'm gonna start doing PT and going to classes for it and everything in the fall, which is in a month, which technically isn't the fall, it's still it's the end of August. So I'm gonna start doing all that in a month, and it hasn't, I don't know if it's fully sank in or not yet. I don't know. I'm very excited. I'm very nervous. It's going to be a lot of work because if you think about it, ROTC is normally 4 years long and they're condensing that into a 1 year long program. So what I'm going to have to do is take junior classes and senior classes all in 1 year, which means I have to take 4 classes on top of the 5 classes that I already plan on taking in the fall and spring semester. So I'm going to be taking 9 classes total, which is, it's going to be great. But I have to go to that university 3 times a week to do the labs and to do the classes that I have to do. But then when I do PT, which is 2 to 3 times a week, I just go to the Air Force base that is actually a lot closer to my house, and they do PT there. I'm really excited, really nervous. It's gonna be a lot of work. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep my job while I'm doing all this because it's definitely gonna be really stressful. But if you're looking into going to OTS and you're graduating in the spring, I would definitely look into doing the ROTC program because after I finish the year of school, I go to a program that's called LEAD, and it's actually at the same place that OTS is at. OTS is at Maxwell Air Force Base in Montgomery, Alabama, and LEAD is also takes place there. It's a 3 to 4 week long program, and it's very intense. I watched another YouTube video about it, And this guy who used to be active duty, who is now going through ROTC, he went to basic, but he also went to lead, and he said lead was a lot harder. Even though it was shorter, it was still a lot harder. It's a lot more intense. You have to take initiative a lot because you're expected to be a leader, not just kind of like a follower. So, which, I mean, I'm not saying that's what he said. He said that like in basic, you were supposed to kind of like follow the, like, just kind of do whatever they told you, but you're doing that at lead, but you're also having to be the leader. And so yeah, after I get back from lead, I will commission, and then I'll be an officer. And it's crazy to think about because I wasn't expecting to commission for another 2 years or however long the process would have taken to finally get a class date and everything. So I'm really, really excited, and I will definitely be doing ROTC videos and giving information about that, because so that if any of you guys have questions, hopefully I'll be able to help you out. And if anyone has questions about the 1-year program that I'm doing, because I know I definitely had a lot of questions, just leave them down below and I'll get back to you, because I really want to help you out, because this is such a big and huge step in someone's life. You don't want to just kind of like go in blind and not really know what's going on. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you have any questions, like I said, just leave them down below and I'll definitely get back to you. And if you want to stay updated with my journey through ROTC, then be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.